Today we're somewhere very special in Portugal because we're about to make a trade we never expected. What have you got there, Luke?
It's only my second favourite bike. I am gonna miss it, even though I never use it, and I'm getting something better in return, but still, it still hurts.
If everything goes to plan, we might actually be leaving with something pretty amazing. But before we could come here, I had to take care of the trees on our land, and Luke had one big job to finish. Last week I propagated Paulownia from the little shoots that were growing up the plant. And this week Luke went to a lovely person who I haven't met yet, but he gave us some Paulownia roots, which I am going to plant in pots. But before I could think of doing anything else, planting any more trees, I have to take care of the ones I already have. And these Paulownias need a bit of TLC. Number one, they've got a lot of weeds growing around them, so I'm going to do that. And I will also cut off the dead bits of the tree. And hopefully they'll get a nice growth spurt this summer and help them get through the winter a little bit more easily next year. Now, a lot of our baby Paulownias have actually survived the frost and the winter. And most of them are looking pretty good considering what they went through. I have put a bottle of water next to every tree on our land, and this is supposed to help with the frost. This is one of the tricks our 85-year-old Portuguese neighbour gave us when we first moved onto the land. We have been doing it for all the baby trees that suffer with the frost. Some die, but some of them make it. I don't know what happened here. It's like it exploded, this bottle. If I hadn't put the bottle of water on the tile, it would have been really hard to find them. Trees, especially the small ones, need breathing space. And if there's too many weeds, they can't get that, and the weeds also steal all the water, which is not a great start if you want your little tree not only to survive but to thrive in the conditions you give it. Sometimes we get excited about planting new things, but the truth is whatever we already have just needs a little care. Hi Molly! Hi Molly! Oh my goodness, Molly not here, okay? This is a baby tree. Don't sit here, there's a baby tree here. Okay, there she wants to sit. You're a crazy girl. Okay, as long as you don't step on the tree, that would be nice. Thank you. Can I clean around you? And Molly is here to make sure that every job I do is just that little bit harder. She's like, it's not harder, it's just more special. What are you doing? You're picking flowers. Because you're bored. You just think you're helping mommy.
Get this shed up! So I am going to build 2 cinder block high wall for the shed to sit on, but first I thought I'd put the shed together, just the frame pretty much, just to make so I can mark out exactly where the wall is going to come. And also I want the walls of the shed and the cinder block wall to be flushed from the inside. So I think I'm going to build up the frame a bit where it's still light enough for me and Sarah to move it together to the side once it's done. But once it is done, I'll mark out exactly where I need the wall, just to be sure. And then we'll figure out how we're going to do the door, because yeah, it's definitely not going to be a sliding door anymore, because there'll be the cinder block wall in the way. So let's do this. Okay, I've got it. the lightest and holding its shape. So I just wanted to see how it's put together, since I'm going to modify it. But I've left everything so it's the right shape without it falling to bits, and hopefully light enough for me to be able to maneuver it around me building the wall underneath it, if that makes sense. Because now I kind of don't want to take it down again to put it up after I build the 2 courses of cinder blocks underneath it to make it a higher shed. We'll see. I'm just going to start building the wall and see how I go. If I have to take it apart, I'll take it apart. If not, hopefully me and Sarah can lift it on it, move it. We'll see. Winging it as usual. Okay, so with the storm that we had, all the damage, I noticed my neighbour had his front fence. He had like 3 courses high of cinder blocks, and the whole thing, because it wasn't tied to the ground, with the storm collapsed. Probably with the wind shear on the panel, and yeah, it's all tipped. So yeah, I'm gonna put in some rebar, probably every cinder block, 10 mil into the ground and 40 for 2 courses to tie it all together. I'm also going to fill in the bricks, that's why I'm put them this way up with concrete, just to make it super strong. And then if this does come off one day in some huge storm, I'll just keep building with the bricks and make a stone one, make a cinder block one. Right, let's drill these holes. Okay, that will be one solid wall tomorrow. So hopefully we'll be able to lift this up slowly, put it up there, and do the other half.
Hi, Molly. when the trees are very young, it's even more important to keep the weeds away from the bottom and them well pruned, because all the energy should go into making this tree bigger. And this is a mistake we made the first couple of years, but every time we see fruit on a tiny tree, we get excited, so we leave it there because in hope that we're going to have 6 amazing peaches, but it's never the case. Normally what happens is we have some fruit that doesn't taste quite as good anyway, so it will be pretty dry, and the tree doesn't grow much. So what we do now is, unfortunately, we take off all the baby little peaches. 1, 6. And as sad as this is, at least now all the energy will go into making the tree bigger and stronger for the future of the tree.
Okay, let's see if we're going to move this thing or take it down and put it back up later. I know there's quite a few of you shouting at the screen right now, just put it down, Luke. No. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I've got a plan. This took me like 5 minutes to set up, so if it works, it's worth it. If it doesn't, it's not.
Okay. How comes the table there?
Just the table, you saw? What about the 2 doors on the 2 pallets? So, here we go. Come inside, please.
Here goes nothing, as Luke says.
Go to that corner, or maybe how? Come here, let's see. Slip this one under this corner. Now I can build the wall.
Then we can move it back again.
And then we move it back again.
But moving it back again is going to be easier. We just have to move it back.
Same, yeah, we just drag it back like we did. Awesome. Alright, let's make some mortar. Thank you, sir. Totally worth it, guys.
Here's a dumbo.
That was a pretty good plan, how I
Good.
did it.
Yeah,
In increments. Call me, Molly, don't stay. Okay, there's fine. She can't wait for this shed to be finished, Molly. Hey, big man's shed. a little man shed to a big man shed. Whew. Awesome. You like it in here? Huh? What a big room for you. This is your house now.
What's this racket?
Just me and Molly having fun. Look how happy she is. La 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 la. La 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 la. You like it in here?
You're excited? You are. Come. Show me.
You like the floor, Molly? Instead of soil always,
Nice.
or wood. How big it is, eh?
Yeah.
I've waited, I don't know how many years for a decent shed.
Now the thing is, once you still had one that kind of worked, it
Yeah.
was like, you know, a waste to start on another one.
Well, enough projects to do, this was by force.
Nature told you.
And now I have no excuse for my shed being a mess, because
Nope.
it's finally big enough. I tell you, it's taking much longer than I would have thought. So many screws, but nearly there. I don't know why, but I always feel like a genius when I manage to put something together that has been prefabricated. I feel like a genius carpenter. Just me. Maybe because the instructions are so bad. And there were a few mistakes, missing holes, dodgy pieces.
So it's full of clay.
Very good. Okay, the door is pretty much done. I'd have to make it slightly better because I have to bend part of it anyway. But it's looking pretty semi-decent for what it is, you know. Now I'm going to plaster the bottom wall. I'm only using white cement because that's all I had and I didn't feel like going to the shop, so it's fine. Right, let's wet down this wall and plaster it. Woo. It's just so big in here. It's awesome. Luxury. Luxury, aye. It's going to be a thin coat. Got to do the whole place with it. A couple of weeks ago I got a message from Uncle Rich, also known as the Ghost Town Mechanic, and he said he noticed that my digger wasn't working again, and he said, shall I come round and fix it? I'm at Jasper's at the Ghost Town. Unfortunately I was on my trail, on my trek, so couldn't make it, so he'll visit another time. But I also got a bunch of messages from some of you guys who follow both channels saying that Uncle Rich left me an engine hoist at Jasper's, which is awesome because I'm pretty sure he left it for me so I could lift all those heavy stones. But anyway, so I'm here at Jasper's to pick it up and catch up with Jasper. Bon dia! And look at these guys. Hello. Hello.
Excited to receive visitors.
You're on your own?
Yep.
I got a couple of pastéis de nata.
Nice. You want some coffee with that?
I'll have a coffee. Yeah. We'll have the good ones.
Oh, these are big.
From Intermarché. Uncle Rich, if you're watching, these are the ones you like. I got one for you, but you're not here. So I'll leave it in the fridge at Jasper's, okay? When you come in May, you can have it.
Mmm. And fresh.
Loving the weather, eh?
Mm.
What new project are you doing?
Okay, so I have something to ask you also.
Okay.
And now we're on video, so you can't decline. I'm gonna do podcast. Escape the Rat Race podcast.
That's good.
And I want to have like other YouTubers like share their experience with how they
Okay.
moved here and what was the preparation and how you like it and stuff like that.
Cool.
So I'm clearing up a ruin now. A ruin that I own half of the property rights for.
Half?
Yeah, so in Portugal this is possible. Like you can buy half of the papers of. Don't ask how. But now I'm going to use it for like 1 day a week. So it's sort of a shared building now. I use it for like 1 or 2 days and the rest he can use it. But I want to record the podcast there.
Cool.
So it doesn't have a roof, it doesn't have windows, but it's like schist stone and I'm
Nice.
clearing it out now, setting in a table, making some lights and stuff.
Cool.
So I think that's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I made already a sort of invitation paper, which I will send to you this week.
Cool. Cool. Zoe, you are too sweet. You're too sweet and you have a beautiful smile. Hey. Hmm?
You are also beautiful, sweetie.
Yes, you too, Zoe. Oh, okay,
Okay,
right.
Rana.
Right, let's see what Uncle Rich left us. I love presents. Oh, the last time I was here, you were putting up this roof.
Yeah.
Pretty neat. Pretty neat. How many stores do you have now?
8. We have a lot of space.
Oh, cool! Yeah, with this thing. I forgot you got this
Yeah.
a while ago.
The trailer.
Yeah. Wow.
I fixed them last week.
Nice, man. Awesome. Wow. How many kilos does it say on it?
1.5 ton.
Wow. That's gonna be awesome for me to
1.5
to
meters
lift the rocks, man.
But you had already one for lifting the rocks.
I have the chain one, but it only carries like 300 or 400. It's much flimsier than this. Mine was from like Vivor or something, you know. This is proper. Wow.
This is proper. Richard has proper stuff.
Thank you, Uncle Rich. You're a legend. Very happy with that. Thank you, Uncle Rich, again. Thanks, Jasper.
Yeah,
nice to catch up.
Nice. Very nice.
He still posts. You still post every day, right?
I try to, yeah.
He's a beast. He's a beast. Anyway, we'll put the link to his channel down below as usual.
Bye.
Last night and today, it really rained. So surprise, surprise, there's quite a lot of leaks, as you can see. Well, on the cardboard here. And on the floor there, all along that wall. So most of it is from gaps like this. Because each sheet is connected in 3 places, 1, 2 and 3, and the material is so thin and cheap and crap. Yeah, if they're slightly bent, you can see the light through them. So I've bought some tape to stick each panel to each other at each of the joins. And also some of the other drops are from the screws, where they come into this beam here, for example. There's a puddle directly underneath it. Actually, there's a drop over here. Don't know if you saw that. So I bought some poly whatever spray to spray on top of the screws so it waterproofs them. Hopefully that'll fix it, because no point having a shed that it isn't waterproof. I'm just going to paint the inside because all the plaster's dried in here. It's not very well lit, I'm afraid. But because I put that yellow sand, it's got that colour. Not that it bothers me, but I've got this paint. I just spent about 30 minutes stirring it because it's really old. It's an acrylic indoor paint, so I'll only do the inside. But I've got it, I might as well use it because it's quite old. Damn, I still have enough for a second coat, I think. Oh well, I'm gonna have to do it, eh?
Not ready. Not ready. Excuse me, Tilly. I come bearing gifts.
Nice.
You think you'll be ready by tomorrow to go visit Alex?
Yes, I'm finishing up. You wanna have a look?
Yeah.
Come in, come in.
Whoa! Wow. The morator.
The morator has its own place there. And in there can be for the spare tyres and all that stuff that we don't use very often.
Very cool.
Here I still have to.
Oh yeah,
This is
of
my
course.
board basically with all the spanners and stuff like that. I had to reinforce because it's so flimsy, this shed. I had to reinforce everything. I bought these, which are for like soffit frames out of aluminium. So I connected from that bar to there's a bar at the bottom, and it's all tied up.
Nice. Wow, you've never had a shed like this, Luke.
No, luxury. Luxury!
All these empty spaces.
Yeah, and there's space in the middle to put stuff if we need to. Like, even I could just put the table saw, you know, there.
Cool.
Now I'm just putting everything away, which is fun. Not like usual when I used to sort my shed out.
Yeah.
What a nightmare. Got so much space now. I also I bought this black tape. Where is it? Here. It's like double-sided, but it fills it in. It's waterproof as well. I forgot what it's called.
It's like putty.
It's like a putty, yeah. It's a sticky putty.
Before we go, I wanted to show you something which I think is pretty cool. This is after 6 days of being replanted. Now, normally when I try this with any plant, after the first day or two, they start looking, if it's not going to work out, that is, they start looking all shabby and they kind of bend over and slowly start drying out and dying. But it looks like these are taking in the water that I'm giving them. And that is a good sign, right? Oh, no, I'm very happy with them. Anyway, I'm going to go and get ready because if all goes well, today we might be coming home with something really special. It's crazy, this is your garden, eh?
Yeah,
Huh?
exactly. Wow.
Wow, well, it's like a magic place, eh? Huh? This place really feels magical. And the amazing thing is, people can actually stay here. Our friend runs a small Airbnb right here by the river. And honestly, it might be one of the most unique places someone could stay in Portugal. Imagine walking up here, having your coffee by the river and falling asleep to the sound of the water. Do you want to go and show them the Airbnb? This Airbnb is on the river. It is amazing and the sound is really relaxing. But then when you go inside and close the door, total silence. When Alex came to visit, he was telling us about his place, and he told me that some people who visit can't believe he actually lives there. They have a few life-changing revelations. But I didn't understand what he meant till I walked on his land. If anyone ever visits Portugal and wants somewhere completely different, we'll leave the link below. Okay, so this is where the trade happens. Our friend has something he wasn't using anymore. And we had something we weren't using either. So we decided to barter.
Only my second favourite bike. It's not taking anything.
Molly said, can we take it home? Well, you want to take it home?
Right. Battery's low, eh? It's not enough power to start it. Now we'll try with the jump leads.
You want to take this home? The van?
I haven't used these since I bought them 8 years ago. Molly, you enjoyed the drive back yesterday. She loves this camper already. Huh?
We
You
got
know
it,
what?
guys!
Her name is Catarina, because her real name was Catherine, he said. So we thought, she's Portuguese, we'll call her Catarina. And she's awesome. We got back yesterday. Sarah drove our blue van, Sapinho, behind me driving this van. It just blew me away, that place. He sent me photos when he bought it a couple of years ago, and I was impressed then, obviously, because, I mean, it's amazing. But when you actually go there, It's just over the top. It's insane. It's crazy how nice it is. But yeah, he was very happy for it to be out of his hair, basically. He was just watching it deteriorate, and he wants people to use it.
Yeah.
And he got 2 electric bikes out of it, which he needed. So he's very happy about that. And we're obviously super happy because it's an amazing van. And we always planned to go on trips after we finish the ruin.
Yes.
Once we finish the house, we'll go on a little adventure. What's also pretty cool is that Alex made me a song about me and my new van. I think everything you buy should come with a song. It's pretty awesome. You want to hear it? Let's play it.
Living off-grid, you realize money isn't always the most important thing. Sometimes a simple trade works better for everyone.
My name is Luke, I've got a brand new van. Chama-me Luke, tenho uma carrinha novinha. No fixed address, that's always been the plan. Sem morada fixa, esse foi sempre o meu destino. I drive through Portugal from north to south. Conduzo por Portugal de norte a sul. With a fishing rod and stories in my mouth. Com uma cana de pesca e histórias sem igual. Cast the line, watch the river flow. Lança a linha, vê o rio correr. Park the van where the wild winds blow. Estaciona a carrinha onde o vento faz valer. Portugal's my playground, the fish are my friends. Portugal é meu recreio, os peixes meus amigos. Luke and his van till the road finally ends. O Luke e a sua carrinha até ao fim dos caminhos. Monday morning down at the Algarve coast. Segunda de manhã na costa do Algarve. Catching sea bass, that's what I love the most. A pescar robalo é o que mais me vale. Wednesday up at the Douro, cold and green. Quarta no Douro, frio e verdejante. The most beautiful river that I've ever seen. O rio mais bonito que já vi, deslumbrante. Cast the line, watch the river flow. Lança a linha, vê o rio correr. Park the van where the wild winds blow. Estaciona a carrinha onde o vento faz valer. Portugal's my playground, the fish are my friends. Portugal é meu recreio, os peixes meus amigos. Luke and his van till the road finally ends. Luke e a sua carinha até ao fim dos caminhos. Friday at the dam with a cold superbug. Sexta na barragem com uma superbug gelada. Feet up on the dash, watching time on the clock. Pés no tablier a ver o tempo sem pressa de nada. The locals laugh and say, oh Luke, boa sorte. Os locais riem e dizem, oh Luke, boa sorte. I catch nothing all day, but I'm a happy sort. Não apanho nada o dia todo, mas sou feliz e forte. Sleep under the stars with the van doors wide. Durmo sob estrelas com as portas abertas. The sound of the ocean like a lullaby tide. O som do oceano como maré de ofertas. Tomorrow is a new spot, a new place to be. Amanhã é um novo sítio, um novo lugar. Just me, my van, my rod and the sea. Só eu, a minha carrinha, a cana e o mar. Cast the line, watch the river flow. Lança a linha, vê o rio correr. Park the van where the wild winds blow. Estaciona a carrinha onde o vento faz valer. Portugal's my playground, the fish are my friends. Portugal é o meu recreio, os peixes meus amigos.